Welcome to Snowbirds and RV Travelers, the weekly show for RV enthusiasts, where we talk about parks, activities, travel tips, trends, reviews, and the latest news affecting your RV experience. For more content and guest opportunities, head over to rvpodcast.com. That's rvpodcast.com.
We have an exceptional guest today who represents an organization specifically focused on improving your RV experience. Aaron White is the Director of Membership for FMCA. Aaron and the membership team process and maintain member records for all family and commercial members, as well as provide customer service for all membership benefits and services. Welcome, Aaron.
Thank you, Perry. Pleasure being here, part of this podcast today. We're excited to have the opportunity to get out in front of your listeners and share some good information about FMCA and what we're all about.
It seems that we're in the age of memberships and rewards programs, from Costco to Canadian Tire, from CAA to KOA. What do you feel is the number one reason that an RVer should join the Family Motor Coach Association, which you guys abbreviate to FMCA?
Correct. Yeah. We are FMCA. It absolutely does stand for Family Motor Coach Association. We kind of went to the acronym FMCA when the membership voted to open enrollment for non-motorized RVers to join the club. And I would say probably the biggest thing that drives people to FMCA outside of the benefits and discounts is the education that they can gain all about the RV lifestyle. We pride ourselves in paving an avenue for our members to take advantage of learning as much as they can about how their RV works, things they may encounter during living the RV lifestyle, and we want to try to make it as a seamless process as possible so that people can actually get out there and enjoy all the great things that are available.
I understand, you've got a fairly large library online that people can access. Is that right?
We do, yes. It's something that our educational committee put together for active members. We refer to it as the FMCA University, but it is available to all active members through their online account, and it offers decades of information for anything that you can think of pretty much related to operating an RV, components that are in RVs, things you need to do before winterizing your RV or before getting it ready for spring, hitting the road. So it's set up to where everything is done online at the member's pace, and then you're kind of given an award as you complete each course. So there's a ton of information, and it's absolutely incredible to an active RVer, to have that stuff.
Now, you also have a print magazine for people like myself that enjoy print. So how does that integrate with the online university, or is it completely different content?
Well, it is. It's different content. Our magazine, which is Family RVing, it is included with a paid membership. We've got our magazine department is in-house in our Cincinnati office, so we've got editors, writers, but we pretty much within the magazine put things that, may be going on, like if a manufacturer rolls out with a new coach, we'll highlight one of those, or destination stops, or recipes, cooking on the road. So it's kind of a hodgepodge of a different variety of just things related to the RV lifestyle. Now we do also have sections, kind of like a classified section for business owners that are involved in the RV lifestyle to advertise their products that they have, as well as a section for our members. Let's say you've got an old coach and you want to try and sell it to somebody who would enjoy it like you have because you just got a new one. You can list it in our magazine, and it's a good avenue to check for different things. Tow vehicles as well.
Now, is there a social component to the print magazine as well?
Well, we kind of do, I guess, have a social component. It's a great tool for our members. If they're at campgrounds, it's a good conversation starter. Say, for example, if you and I were at a campground and, I looked over at your coach and I didn't see your FMCA member placard, and I thought, man, maybe Perry's not an FMCA member. Let me go over and talk to him about it and see what's going on. Our magazine is a great resource for recruitment. We can pass them on off to non-members. Let's say, if you're at a campground, you're at the laundry room doing your laundry, it's a good idea to leave one behind for the next person who comes in and pick it up and say, hey, what's this? You may not have heard of FMCA, but it's absolutely a good advertising tool for us.
Interesting. So here's something else. I understand that you have chapters, which I guess are local or regional organizations that belong to the FMCA. How do they work into the whole organization? Is it important to join a chapter, for instance?
It is. In my opinion, it's not a requirement as an FMCA member. Our chapters are formed of all active FMCA members, and they are broken down by region, whether you're in the Midwest, Great Lakes, Northwest, Rocky Mountain area. It's kind of broken up across the entire United States and Canada. Roughly right now we have about just under 300 active chapters, and again, they're all formed by like interest, whether it's the same coach that you own, or if you're a fan of bluegrass music, or quilting. So there's a wide variety of chapters that are available. A good portion of them, are by region or by area, but we also do have some that cross over, so you could be from a different area and join a chapter in the Rocky Mountain area if their enrollment's open to that. It's a great way for our members to, spend time together. Some of them actually caravan around to different campgrounds, different destinations throughout the year. So it's a really big proponent, in my opinion, for fellowship, camaraderie, and those are two important things, in my opinion, for enjoying the RV lifestyle. Meeting friends and getting out and hitting the road and spending time and enjoying it.
And I do have a question, because you did mention Canada. So are all of the benefits, the member services, partner discounts, are they available to everyone in both countries?
Well, unfortunately, they're not. There are some that are available only to U.S. members, but again, there are some that are available to both U.S. and Canadian members. In the event that you do come across a benefit, let's say, for example, our tire program. We've partnered with one of our tire providers is Michelin. For quite some time, Michelin was only available to our U.S. members. About 2 years ago, Michelin did some workarounds on their end, and we worked with them closely and were able to roll that out for our Canadian members. But there are some other benefits that we do have that just unfortunately are not available to Canadian members at this time.
Well, let's talk about some of the benefits that you offer. I did see FMCA Assist. So,
Yes.
First tell me a little bit about it, and then I got a couple of questions.
Okay, sure. Well, what the Assist is, we refer to it as the FMC Assist. It's a medical emergency coverage. It's kind of an insurance policy, for peace of mind while you're out on the road. There is no additional cost for our members for this coverage. Once you become a paid FMCA member, this is automatically built in with your membership. And kind of how it comes into play, let's say you're out on a trip, you're 75 miles from home. Let's say, for example, you have an accident where you break your leg and you're unable to drive your coach. If you're taken to a medical facility, if they determine that it's a severe injury and they can't provide the help that you need and need to get you transported to a facility that could, the benefit provider would arrange and cover the cost of that transportation for you. Now, if in the event of the injury, you were unable to get your coach back home, the benefit provider would then arrange and cover the cost of having a professional driver return your coach home for you at no cost. And then once you've been cleared to return home by the physician, the benefit provider then follows up and arranges and covers the cost of your return trip home as well. Hopefully, our members never have to take advantage of it. You obviously don't want to sell a benefit on something bad happening to you, but for the peace of mind of knowing in the event of an unexpected emergency, you do have this available to you, kind of makes it a little bit easier to enjoy RVing.
Now, is this something I need a medical exam for? Like, does it cover if I don't know, cough up a lung?
Well, there are no medical exams. There's no paperwork that our members need to fill out. Again, once you become an FMCA member, that information goes directly to the provider of the policy in the form of your F number or your family number, which is what you're assigned when you become a member. And you're automatically enrolled from day one of the coverage. So in the event that something happens, you're provided with the contact information through Chubb. That's who our policy is provided by. And in the event that you have to, reach out to them and get your claim started.
Now, does this mean I don't need the typical travel insurance that I pay or buy somewhere else?
I would say it's better safe than sorry. You know, in my opinion, you can really never have enough medical coverage. This isn't going to be, you know, something similar to like your medical insurance policy. It would not offset any medical bills. You would still be responsible for that. It's kind of just, you know, an extra help in regards to if an emergency comes up while you're on the road.
Okay, so more transportation.
Right. You know, in worst case scenario, in the event that you passed away, there is also repatriation. So they would get your remains back to a location that was determined.
Right.
And again, those are, you know, worst case scenarios. You hope those things don't happen, but, you know,
Yes.
peace of mind, I guess.
Yeah. So the other one that caught my eye was Tech Connect Plus.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
what is that about?
Yeah, well, the Tech Connect Plus program, that is an offering for our members to enroll in a mobile internet service. We currently have two offerings. One is for a mobile jetpack device or a mobile hotspot unit. It's about the size of a deck of playing cards, but it would provide you the ability to connect as long as you're in an area of coverage while you're out on the road. There is a one-time rental fee. It's $39.99 for the jetpack device, and then the monthly charge is $59.99. It does operate on a 4G network. Now, we do also have another offering. It's a little bit more advanced. It's for a router that you would be able to install, just kind of plug and play in your RV. The same price for the rental is $39.99, one-time fee, but the service for the router is $89.99 per month. It does offer 290 gigabyte data limit, and it does operate on the 5G network.
Wow, so quite a bit faster then.
Yeah.
You've tossed out a couple of brand names like Michelin, and now there's some things by like Tech Connect. Does the FMCA in any way sort of guarantee how happy I am with the products or any other RVer?
Well, I guess to say that we guarantee, we really don't use those terms, but we stand behind every one of our commercial partners. The products that they're offering, we have done here at the office level a lot of research before we even come to the agreement table when adding on a new benefit or discount provider. Now, within the active membership, we also have different committees that are set up, and we have a member services committee that also reviews any proposals that would be brought to the membership, and they really, voice their opinion as to whether or not they feel the members would find value in it, or if they wouldn't. And sometimes that does happen. But we absolutely, stand behind who we're partnered with. We've got a good track record with them. But as far as saying we absolutely guarantee that everyone's going to be happy all the time, honestly, I can't say we say that.
Okay, fair enough. Nobody's happy all the time, and including myself.
Right.
You threw out again membership and membership committees. How many members does the FMCA have?
Right now, we're about 72,000 active family members. And when we say family members, that could be, some of our members are just solo RVers. We've got a few of those. A good majority, though, are, partners, whether it be spouse or traveling companion, life partner. But right now, we're around 72,000 active family members. So I would equate to probably about 130,000 people.
Right. It sounds like a fair-sized membership to me
Yeah.
for anything.
Yeah, and the thing that makes us kind of unique is, unlike our competitors, FMCA is actually a nonprofit group. So we are a member-driven organization, member-run. Our executive board, our governing board are all active members, and everyone has a voice within the club. So that kind of makes us unique, and we kind of stand out in that regard.
You used an interesting word there, voices. Like, I think FMCA, do you have an advocacy arm that supports the
We
rights of RVers?
We absolutely do. One of the committees, that's another one of the committees that we have, it's actually our Governmental and Legislative Affairs Committee. And they go to bat for, RVers, not just RVers within the United States, but Canada as well. They write letters to Congress. They work for reforms, for, regulations, changes to the RV industry. So they've got a pretty tough, task. When we get information or feedback from our members about maybe problems they're running into at the state level, they reach out to us and we then pass it to the committee. They do all of the investigation, all of the legwork, up to and including writing letters and making phone calls to the higher ups and decision makers at the state level, in hopes that with the size of our group of being active RVers, we are a pretty big voice in that community.
Is it separated? I know I'm going a little bit into the advocacy end of this, but is there a separate committee for Canadian advocacy rights?
There's not, no. The one committee, it represents the entire body of FMCA members.
Okay. There's another benefit, which I think everybody is sort of involved in one form or another, and that's RV roadside assistance. Why choose or why use the FMCA over CAA or AAA or whatever other organization people might choose or pay for now?
Right on. Well, I would say in most cases, your roadside policy is going to pretty much cover, for the most part, the same things, whether it's from one of the providers that you referenced, or the one that's offered through FMCA's program through the membership is offered through Safe Ride RV Motor Club. I would encourage it because, number one, they can sign up at a member's discounted rate. There's two different rates versus whether you have a motorized RV or a non-motorized RV. The benefits that are included, your winch out, fuel delivery, lockout assistance, towing to the nearest qualified repair facility are probably similar to what you would have through another provider. With FMCA's program, there's no age limit for the RV, so that is unique to our membership, because we still have members that have converted old school GMC buses, and so it goes from those up to the brand new coaches. So we've got a wide range of members with a wide range of RVs.
Is this one of the services, is it offered in both the USA and Canada?
It absolutely is. Yeah,
Oh.
the roadside policy is offered to U.S. members, as well as our Canadian members. The one issue that was just presented new was that if you are a resident of Alaska, you would need a different address within the continental United States to register for the policy. And again, that was something that we just found out just a couple weeks ago. So we're still doing some research on that, but for the most part, yes, all U.S. and Canadian members are able to take advantage of this policy.
What is the membership fee to join the FMCA?
Okay, good question. It's an annual fee, so you could join as a new member for $60. And we offer terms anywhere between 1, 2, or 3 years. And then the renewal for your membership would be $50. And again, those renewals are offered, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. So if you opted for, a 3-year join, your cost to join would be $160. Then to renew for another 3 years, 3 years down the road would be $150.
Right. And you mentioned if you're a solo RV or if you're a family membership, is there two different rates?
There's not. No, the family membership is just one, and you could have one RVer on there or a pilot and a co-pilot is what we refer to them as.
How long have you guys been around?
The club was actually formed in 1963, so it's been quite a few years, and we're actually getting ready to celebrate or have. We've got a convention coming up in August. It will be our 60th international convention, so it's pretty exciting. And another thing, a fact that I think is kind of cool in regards to the club, since it was formed in '63, FMCA has actually issued more than 500,000 family member numbers. So there's a lot of old plates, that you may see on an old RV riding down the road, or maybe even parked in a junkyard. But there's been a lot of family memberships that have been issued within that time.
Nice. Yeah, what else am I missing? I mean, I know that you guys exist, but I can't say everything that you offer. Is there
Sure.
something else that some other really good reason to spend that, $160 or whatever for 3 years? And I'm assuming that was all in US dollars.
It is, yes, it is. And again, that the 3 year option was just something I threw out there, but the 1 year, 60 to join, 50 to renew. The benefits, the discounts, the ability to join a chapter, find a group of people who are active RVers with like interests. We've kind of simplified that process. Again, we offer events each year. We've got 2 international conventions that our national headquarters host, different locations. But then our areas, they also host area rallies throughout the year. So there's always something going on, whether it's being, facilitated through our national headquarters or the different areas, potlucks or, weekend getaways at campgrounds, so just, family is a big part of it, camaraderie, fellowship. Again, I'm going to touch on education. That is a big thing. And actually one of the things that we offer only at our international conventions, we call it the RV Basics. And what that is, it's a 2.5-day course that members who register for the convention can attend. It's taught by professional instructors, and there's, I believe, 10 sessions between that 2.5 days of instruction of just a wealth of information regarding, RVing, your systems, components, boondocking, tire care and maintenance, just a wealth of information. So really when I would say is probably the in the forefront of becoming an FMCA member.
Yeah. And the other thing when I think people are looking at a membership or a subscription even is renewal rates. So, can you divulge that kind of information? Like what renewal rate do you guys have? Which kind of tells you how good of a job or how good of an organization it is if
Sure.
people keep renewing. So where are we at with that?
Well, our renewal rates are actually really good. The one thing that we have noticed, and it makes complete sense to us, is we kind of struggle with getting folks to renew on time. We've seen a little bit of late renewals, but the majority of those say, unfortunately, we weren't home to get our mail. We missed the renewal notice. A lot of our members are on the road a lot of the time. So we absolutely understand that. But as far as membership and retention of members, we do a great job. And I think, the member benefits and discounts, speak for themselves in that regard. The members who join and take advantage of what is actually offered through their membership, whether it's through, the benefits, the discounts, the chapters, the avenues for education, the camaraderie, it's kind of a no-brainer in my opinion.
It looks like there's a lot there, certainly more than enough to cover the $60 a year that it might be,
Absolutely.
50 on the renewals, sort
Right.
of to get your money back, right? A good return on investment,
Yes.
for lack of a better word.
Yes, and I would say probably the best return, and just from what I've seen talking with members, and I use it when I'm pitching FMCA to non-members is, if you're in the market to get new tires, and again, I'll reference Michelin, but we partner with Michelin, Continental, and Goodyear. So all three of those provide discounts for our members for the purchase of tires, whether it be RV, light truck, passenger vehicles, and Goodyear offers the ST tires, which are designed specifically for fifth wheels travel trailers. But I've seen savings on Michelin tires up to almost $200 per tire. So if you think, if you're driving a 40-foot Class A rig, if you've got 6 to 8 tires and you can save $200 per tire, that absolutely helps to offset that $60 that you pay to become a member for that savings.
Yeah, that's a strong reason. And maybe I'm just money motivated, but that's a strong reason to become a member.
Right. Absolutely. And again, I think, once you get your feet wet and you actually understand and take in everything that is offered with the membership, you'll absolutely find the value in it. And for $50, again, if nothing else, just the coverage, the assist coverage, that emergency medical policy that's included, for $50 for a year, you'd be hard pressed to find that type of coverage anywhere else at that rate.
There is a lot there. Is there somebody I can call at FMCA and say, hey, what does this do? Perhaps there's more information that they want to get, more than we talked about here. Is there some chat line or support or online that they can get a hold of?
Yes, absolutely. We are located in Cincinnati, Ohio, and we are in our office Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. The contact number would be 800-543-3622. Brain dead there for a second. But you can also visit our website, fmca.com. Through the website, we do have an online chat feature that does run, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to roughly 7 p.m. But yeah, I would say the best resource is our website. But if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to give our office in Cincinnati a call. We'd be more than happy to talk to you and explain everything and hopefully get you signed up.
Oh, yeah, nice. Sometimes it's just nice to talk to a real person rather than try and scroll around or find something some other way. Thanks for taking the time today, Aaron. That was a lot of information, but it was really good.
Good deal. Again, I appreciate you, putting the invite out to me, letting me come on behalf of FMCA and explain what we are and what we do. And it's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thanks for listening to today's show. If you enjoyed it, share it with your friends. And if you'd like to hear more, please follow or subscribe. Your opinions are important, so please take a moment to share your ideas, comments on this show, or topics you'd like us to cover. For fun contests and picture submissions, check out our Instagram channel at Snowbirds RV Travelers. Snowbirds and RV Travelers is a Sun Cruiser Media production.